Welcome to the Seekers of the Word radio show. I'm your host, Jim Mosley. This show is about the Bible, its story, its perfection, its truth. The show will give you the knowledge to help increase your faith. You'll learn how to search the ink on the pages of Scripture and become more than a seeker of God's Word. You'll become a finder of it. I taught an adult Bible study class for 8 years at one of California's largest churches, so please be sure to visit our website, seekersoftheword.org, and download the many footnoted resources posted there for every broadcast. Today we're going to prove, logically, without recourse to faith or the Bible, that atheism is fiction and God is a fact. Now, I listen to a lot of atheists on radio and YouTube, and I always find myself wishing that the Christian point of view had a better spokesman, because atheists love to ask questions like, who made God? Or if there really is a God, why does he let children get bone cancer? And then they sit back all smug and think they've asked the unanswerable question, and they think they've therefore proved God doesn't exist. Well, of course, they've done nothing of the kind. The fact that even very smart and very nice atheists don't know the answers to these questions doesn't mean there aren't answers. Christianity is the most competitive, logical system of thought in human history. Christianity isn't blind faith, but faith based on logic and evidence. But this challenge is nothing new. In the days of the early church, there was a group of skeptics called Gnostics. Their name came from the Greek word gnosis, spelled G-N-O-S-I-S, which means knowledge. These were people who thought they were in the know. Gnostics believed that to free yourself from the evil, nasty physical world, to become spiritual, you needed gnosis, secret, privileged knowledge from on high, something known only to the chosen ones. And really, this sort of cultic thinking never died out. Esoteric sects of Hinduism, Buddhism, Sufism, the Illuminati, Freemasons, they were all like that. But look around you today. The elite in the media, academia, politics, Hollywood, they're still like that. They think they know better than anyone else. And why? Because they're just in the know, that's all. And if you aren't with them, you're a kook. They're modern Gnostics, really. And by the way, an agnostic is the opposite of a Gnostic. A Gnostic thinks he has knowledge. An agnostic thinks he doesn't. Funny, isn't it, that so many intellectuals call themselves agnostic, meaning they know nothing? And what's the difference between an agnostic and an atheist? Well, an agnostic is just an atheist without guts. The atheist says that God doesn't exist. He's sure about that. The agnostic says that he doesn't have enough knowledge to know whether God exists or not. And he not only thinks he doesn't know, he thinks nobody can know. And both atheists and agnostics ridicule people who think God exists. Well, always remember this. It's fair game to ask an atheist to prove the non-existence of God, because he can't. It's logically impossible. Once you ask him to do that, the debate is over. That's why when you think about it, agnostics are a bit cleverer than atheists. Agnostics know they can't disprove the existence of God. But if they say God's existence can neither be proven or disproven, most people will say, well, yeah, sure, it's a mystery, a matter of faith, and leave it at that. But it's not just a mystery, and it's not just a matter of faith, it's logic, and it's clear as day. So in this debate, atheists are sitting on a short fuse, and agnostics are sitting on a long fuse, but both arguments very soon blow up. Okay, let's prove not only that God exists, but that if anything exists, God must exist. He's what Thomas Aquinas called the necessary being. And for the benefit of skeptics, this proof requires no recourse to the Bible and no faith. All you need is pure cold reason. Laws codified by Isaac Newton, René Descartes, and Aristotle, by science and philosophy. So here we go. The proof revolves around the origin of the universe. Of the universe, only 4 things can be true. 1, it doesn't exist. It's an illusion. That's the Hindu concept of Maya. 2, it always existed from eternity past. That's the atheist view. 3, it created itself. That's the mythological view. 4, it was created. That's the theistic view. Now see if you can add another logical theory to this list, but do it on your own time after the show, because I already know you can't. So let's logically knock down the first 3 theories. Theory 1, the universe isn't real, it's an illusion. Well, if the universe is an illusion, since you're part of the universe, you must be an illusion. You don't exist. But if you are thinking that you do not exist, you're still thinking. Since to think you must exist, you exist. That's René Descartes. I think, therefore I am. So the universe is real, it's not an illusion. Theory 2. The universe has always existed. Well, Newton's second law of thermodynamics and all scientific observations tell us that the kinetic energy of the universe is converting irretrievably to potential energy. What that means in English is the universe is winding down. And if the universe had existed from eternity past, it would have run down and ceased to exist an eternity ago. So the universe hasn't always existed. At some point, it came into being. And that's consistent, by the way, with the Big Bang Theory. Theory 3. The universe created itself. Well, to create itself, the universe would have to exist before it existed to bring itself into existence. But this is logically impossible. As Aristotle said, nothing comes from nothing, so the universe did not create itself. Okay, so what are we left with? Well, let's try to be as rational as Sherlock Holmes, shall we? He said, eliminate the impossible. Whatever is left, however improbable, must be the truth. And we're left with a single possibility, however improbable. Theory number 4. The universe was created. Now, since the universe was created, somebody did it. It had a creator. Okay, so let's ask the same questions about the creator that we asked about the universe. Can the creator, 1, be an illusion? 2, have created himself? 3, have been created by another creator? 4, have always existed from eternity past? Well, let's knock down the first 3 theories. Theory 1, the creator isn't real. He's an illusion. Well, reality can create an illusion, but an illusion can't create reality. So if the universe is real and not an illusion, its creator must also be real. Therefore, the creator isn't an illusion. He's real. Theory 2, the creator created himself. Well, the creator can't have created himself for the same reason that the universe can't have done so. To do that, he'd have to exist before he existed to bring himself into existence. So the creator didn't create himself. Theory 4, the creator was created. Well, if the creator was created by a creator, who created the creator's creator? This doesn't solve the problem. It just pushes the question further and further back until we lose sight of it. It's intellectual procrastination, not logic. This is just reaching a conclusion because you're too tired to keep on thinking. So theory number 4 must be true. The creator always existed from eternity past. No one made God. He's eternally self-existent. He's the uncreated creator of everything else. Well, how can we wrap our minds around this? Well, to do it, we have to understand the concept of cause and effect. Now, every cause has an effect, because if it didn't, it wouldn't be a cause. And every effect has a cause, because if it didn't, it wouldn't be an effect. But not every cause has to have a cause. How so? Well, let's think about it. Isaac Newton's first law of motion says that a body at rest remains at rest, and a body in motion remains in motion unless acted on by an external unbalanced force. The 6th century Greek philosopher Thales understood this. He looked at the motion of the world around him. He looked at the waves on the seashore. He reasoned that for the sea to be in motion, something must have moved it. Wind, currents, tide. If nothing acted to put the sea into motion, it would be at rest, and it would stay at rest forever. Thales realized the same must be true of the universe. There was no reason for anything to be moving in the universe unless something had made the first move. But who? Who was the prime mover? Thales understood it must be God. You see, all effects have causes, and all causes have effects, but not all causes have causes. For example, if you hit a pool ball with a pool cue, the cue becomes the cause that produces the effect of making the ball roll. The cue is the cause, the rolling of the ball is the effect. If that rolling ball bumps a second ball and makes it roll, the first ball becomes a cause and an effect. Its rolling is the effect of the tap by your pool cue, but its bumping the second ball is the cause of that ball rolling. But not every cause must have a cause. In this example, who forced you to pick up a pool cue and tap the first ball? Maybe no one. You just decided to. And that's like God. God is the voluntary first cause. And that's how the Creator fits the 4th theory. He always existed from eternity past. God is the uncreated creator, the uncaused first cause, the unmoved prime mover. He's not an effect, because all effects emanate from him. He's eternally self-existent. He never came into being, because he always was. Not just for all time, but before time, because he brought time into being as well. He's subject to none of nature's laws. They all emanate from and are subject to him. If there wasn't a creator, there would be no logical way for the universe and its laws to exist. So God truly is the necessary being. If anything exists, God must exist. So God is a fact. Recognizing a fact requires no faith, only logic. Christianity invites you to have faith in evidence. Thanks for listening. Now please tune in next time when we'll answer this question. Since God is a fact, what is he like? Is he good, like the God of the Bible? Evil, like the gods of Greece? Or neutral, like the God of deism? Thanks for listening. To access our study guides, please visit our website, seekersoftheword.org. That's seekersoftheword.org. Or if you have questions, please email me, Jim Mosley, at jim@seekersoftheword.org, jim@seekersoftheword.org. Or if you prefer snail mail, write me, P.O. Box 8, Petersham, Massachusetts, 01366. I'll prayerfully answer any questions you have. And please remember, Seekers of the Word is a non-profit ministry supported through the prayers and love offerings of listeners like you.